Damn, this thing is dirty. So, welcome to the W124 Mercedes E-Class, as one might call it. This is a 1993 model, and not just any 1993 model. It is my 1993 model, which makes it doubly more special. I know, because you're watching this video. So, what I'm going to be doing in this video is doing a little walk around of the motor vehicle, and eventually I will also go into the interior, and towards the end I will show you what I have planned for this car. Now, I've had this since October, and some work has gone into it, but it's nothing major. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell that I changed anything. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, I want to clarify that I did not clean this car because this car is a daily driver. It will get dirty again, and it is February at the time of filming this, so there's really no point in cleaning it just yet, on account of the fact that 1, it costs money, and 2, I'm lazy. So in the back, we'll start with the classic W124 rear fascia. We have the chrome badge and the chrome star in the back, license plate in the middle, granddad exhaust in the back. And what I like about this mostly is that it stands out. Like, if you look at a W202 or any following generation, I'm gonna say, these taillights, they're I don't think they look as good. Maybe they look the same, I don't know. I'm filming this on a whim. What the fuck is that? So yeah, and towards the other side is the antennae, which is not original. This was torn off by some dude who was drunk, and I do have a replacement antennae. It just doesn't fit. Well, the seal doesn't fit. This is a telescope antennae, and you can tell I've been kind of trying to do something here, but it's just not working. So I'm waiting for a new seal on that, and then it'll have its antennae back. Eventually I'll even order a original part, but I can't find one at the moment. Now, the side profile is ever iconic on the W124. You could tell this is a W124 from a mile away. Mostly because if you're watching this video, you're probably a Mercedes enthusiast, and you know that the 190E or the W201 has vents on the C-pillar, and the W126, well, it's the W126. It's fatter, it's wider, it's more square. Interestingly, this car is the Mopf 1 variant with the chrome accents and the Zaco panels, or Zaco panel, however you want to call them. The original W124 from the 80s up until 1989, so 1984, 1989, would have not had these or the chrome accents. It would have had a plastic black panel just alongside the car on both sides, and these would have been black, I think. I don't remember correctly. I obviously prefer this one because it's mine, but also because the chrome accents really complement this car, even though it's tacky. I mean, even the hubcaps, they do have chrome accents. You can't really see it because it's dirty, but this entire thing here is chrome, which is nice. Yeah, I really gotta clean this car. Maybe I should clean this car. Anyways, okay, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna get into the interior because it's cool, but also because I want to sit down because I'm fat as fuck. We have the multi-functional cluster here. If it'll focus, there we go. Okay, I guess not. We have all the auxiliary stuff here: oil pressure, gas gauge, and temperature. Speedometer in the middle, which according to this, it should do about 50 kilometers an hour in first gear. I don't believe it. I'm not going to try it. But if anyone else wants to, go for it, just on your own car. Tachometer and clock, that surprisingly works. It's not adjusted correctly. It's an hour behind, if I remember correctly, but I don't care. the middle we have the temperature sensor that, like I said, doesn't work. It always shows 0. We have the warning lights, quote unquote. There's no check engine light or anything. There's nothing really to warn you about except your low fluids, I guess. Moving towards the middle, we have the ever iconic wood grain center console with the vents in the middle. According to the Reddit Nation, this is actual wood. I'm gonna keep calling it fake wood because it's my car, and if you don't like it, buy your own and call it real wood. Warning light, dome light for the back, and a rear window heater. No air conditioning, you just have these rollers, and this setting apparently sets it to the vent, so everything that comes out is just from the outside. You know, direction setting. Definitely not the original radio, as most of you will be able to tell. It also doesn't really work. That's why I have an auxiliary cable, because the antenna isn't hooked up. Even when it was on the car, it didn't work. Ashtray, this is a non-smoker car. You know, I have just a bunch of garbage in here, some coins, the cigarette lighter. I really like how easy it is to remove this thing. Not that I would ever use it, because I don't smoke. Yeah. Interestingly, this is a 5-speed. Now, I did run the VIN on this car soon after I got it, and it claims to have an NAG. For those of you who don't know, NAG is German for Neu Automatikgetriebe. And you don't need to speak German to hear automatic in that. This is clearly not an automatic. This is a 5-speed. Now, I've heard many theories as to what this could mean. The most plausible one to me is when this car was built in May of 1993, there were more orders for manuals than automatics. And this car was chosen, and they put a 5-speed into it and sold it like that to the dealer. But I don't quite believe it on account of the fact that this car was built in May, but it was first sold and registered in December. Which means the second facelift of this car with the different hood and what have you was already out. So who ordered this, and why did they first register it in December, let alone buy it in December? It's really confusing. Up top we have the sun visor. We have 3 of them to kind of have a wraparound coverage, I'm gonna say. We have the airplane style seatbelt light, dome light, this works. Sunroof, which is very nice. This works and is in fact sealed, which I really like. It opens both ways. It is February right now, so I don't really use it, but I will be using this in the summer. Fuzzy dice for extra horsepower. And the glove box, which features all my CDs, my parking thing. I have the original logbook in here. We're going to look at that in a second. And my registration. And the world's most useless cup holders. Do not use these if you have a W124 or you want a W124. These are for static use only. You can only use these when you're parked. I can guarantee it to you. Wood grain all around as usual. Interestingly enough, this is a luxury vehicle manufacturer. 1 airbag in the entire car, and it's for the driver. Passenger does not have an airbag, and the people in the back definitely don't have an airbag. And obviously the light switch and parking brake, which is America's style. In this car, you have a parking brake down there that you push down with your foot. On the W201, you would have a conventional handbrake right here that you could just pull up and down, which I don't care for. Not really. Moving on to the back, this is a 4-door. We have in the door card an ashtray that for a non-smoker car looks awfully used, but I digress. Fun story about this car. When I bought it, it did not have this. This was buried under the rear seat. I had to dig this out with my friend, and that was done through lifting the rear bench, which is piss easy on this car because that red button right there, there's one on both sides. You push it down, and this entire thing just pops in and out, which is nice. I really don't need a middle seat belt. I just like having it on account of the fact that I could potentially have 5 people in the car, driver included. Obviously, you have the standard handrest or armrest, whatever you want to call it. Fuel tank is behind here on Mercedes, so you can't fold down the seat. This is a fixed seat, which really stinks, but Mercedes, what are you gonna do? No headrests, because this is an accountant's car. This is an accountant spec car. Headrests were optional, and they would fold up and down through a button in the center console, which I yet again do not have. Over here is the parcel shelf. This is where all the accessories go. So the Wackeldackel goes here, the toilet paper hat goes here, and here goes the emergency kit. If it'll close, whatever. So yeah, there's also traces of a subwoofer, but I'm not reinstalling that. I don't want that. So last but not least, the heart of the beast. This is the M111 940 motor. It's a 2-liter, 136 horsepower rating from the factory. Now let's add some age, let's say wear and tear to it. I'm gonna say it's got about 120 on the good side. I do think it actually has all the horsepower, but I don't want to be pretentious. Very rudimentary standard engine. You have your washer fluid here, coolant goes there, battery goes there. Surprisingly rot free. This tends to rot, which I'm not a fan of, but it's there. Well, as you can tell, there used to be sound dampening. Now this is no longer the case when I cut out the fact that this car is 33 years old and this engine gets hot. It doesn't burn oil though. Over here we have the brake master cylinder and the brake booster. These are, well, these work. I can see that eventually I could maybe potentially top it off. I can't tell if you can see on camera. Another suspension mount still there, all nice and dandy. Over here we have the intake, you know, with the butterfly and the clap inside of it. You know, you can manually control it if needs be. There should be a power steering pump. Okay, quick post filming note. This is not a power steering pump. That's the power steering pump. I don't know what I was smoking, but it must have been good for me to mix that up. I have no idea what this is. Actually, this might be related to ABS. I really don't know what this is. Oh, I see. Yeah, I do drive this daily to work and back, sometimes to the shop, so it doesn't really get exercise daily. It gets driven and that's about it. I did go on a small mini road trip, and I will be going on another road trip this year to the Netherlands, believe it or not, where I will definitely be driving this at higher speeds. Fastest I've gone in this thing is 110 kilometers an hour, so that's about what, 65, 70 miles an hour for the Amerikanskis. It's a nice motor, that's all I'm gonna say, and it faces the right way. That's very important. This engine faces the right way, since the power goes to the back wheels where they should go, and anything that isn't rear wheel drive or all wheel drive is complete heresy. So yeah, fuck the Volkswagen Polo. Now the one thing I bet none of you are asking is, what is the plan for this car? Why am I making this video? Well, I want to document this car in its current iteration, because over the year I plan to, like I said, take it to the Netherlands, maybe go on a bigger road trip eventually in the future after that. And obviously I don't really want to keep it looking like this. I want to get rid of the scratches, the paint chip, hubcaps have to go. Well, I mean, I like hubcaps, but I procured myself some alloy rims. I have 2 sets of alloy rims, the 8-hole manhole covers and the good manhole covers, that I will obviously be installing on this car, but not right now, on account of the fact that it's cold. And the alloys have winter tires on them, and these are all-weathers, and I drive only on all-weathers. So yeah, that's gotta wait. I will also potentially eventually be cleaning it when the weather plays ball. I'm not really interested in cleaning it when it's just going to get dirty again because of the mud, sludge, and whatchamacallits. This is a very good car if you were asking me. Like, as the owner of this car, I've owned it for a fair bit now, a couple of months. Hasn't really procured any problems yet. It's rust free as far as I've seen. It's probably rotten under the panels, but what you don't see doesn't hurt you. I can't really say that this is an unreliable car. It's a big car, well, it's bigger, and most people, you know, they shy away from old cars because, well, they're old. You can't find parts easily, as per the antennae. Repair costs could eventually stack up. There is a bit of mechanics bias. You know, I live in Germany. This car is very popular in Germany. Mechanics see it and they give me the under the table discount. Ew, that sounds weird. But I really can't say that this was a bad purchase. I mean, for 3,300, I didn't really get a lot. I mean, no air conditioning, no nothing. But who needs air conditioning, dude? I'm Greek. I grew up in the heat. I was born in the heat. Obviously, when you buy a Mercedes, you want the best of the best. And this is fairly entry level. This is an E-class car, meaning executive class car. It's a mid-size or mid to full size. There's a lot of tuning potential. I mean, as soon as I bought this car, people were immediately telling me to lower it, widen it, you know, chrome rims, just basically molest the car. I'm not gonna do that, at least not at this point in time. Some smaller stuff still needs fixing besides the paint stuff. The mirrors, I could have a little look at those and see if I could get them to work properly, because when I adjust them, they kind of don't really want to adjust. And it does like to squeak in the back. It's an old car. I just assumed that will be part of it, but apparently the bushings are giving out. Exhaust hangers also definitely need looking at. But, you know, those are small things. Those things can wait. They're not critical. It'll get through its next inspection in August. To wrap this video up, I took it upon myself to make a little checklist of all the stuff that will come towards this car in the future, guaranteed. And those will be the rims and potentially like the paint. I could also eventually document the road trip video. I don't really have anything to film with, and I refuse to drive this car with my phone in my hand because that's dangerous. And also I live in Europe, so the cops will, you know, diddle my hole. But I could procure a tripod or a little plunger thingy to put here and film my road trip, because I will be visiting a friend who also has a car that I would really like to showcase on this channel. I just post random garbage here, but I do like cars and I do want to lean more into the car stuff. Overall, there's a lot of things coming towards this car that I can't foresee. There will definitely be some repairs needing doing in the future. I can guarantee it almost. It's an old car. No car is perfect, except the 1976 Chrysler New York. Could also do with a little clean, you know. I mean, you could see, like, it's used. It's a used car. You get what you pay for. You're not gonna have a perfect car for 3,300 euros, especially if it's a 90s Mercedes. But overall, like I said, this would be a great first car if you're into cars, and specifically into luxury cars. This is not a performance vehicle. Do not buy this if you want performance. I mean, I like how it sounds and how it drives, but to me, it's just a granddad car. I mean, even the exhaust, it's just a granddad car to me. Look at that. Listen to that. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna go drive home now and eat and be a human being. I don't know when this video will be up, but it'll definitely be up before I do any of the changes on this car, because I edit fast and there's nothing really to be edited in this video. Yeah, have a nice day, everyone. And if you like the video and want more content regarding this motor vehicle, feel free to subscribe and turn on your notifications. There will be more videos regarding this car. Have a nice one.